Just had a little bit of a microphone issue. Sorry about the delay. Realized it was off. That was the good thing. Pardon for the slow uptake on the technicals for Bitcoin. We can't have that, guys. It's London with Bitcoin Spike. We're going to go through the details. You guys know, not financial advice. Welcome to all the VIP. Welcome to all of the base campers, everybody, the traders. That's what we're going to say. No Torque in the house. What's up? No Torque. Want to say hello to No Torque. He is front and center. No Torque, hope you've been trading. This has been some extremely aggressive price action. Nice fancy intros too. Great. What do we have? Digging those daily streams. Nice Torque. We're going to say Torque in the house. Boom. We got a VIP alert. We got a Pathfinder in the house. Pathfinder. Bam, in the house. There we go. What's up, guys? Nice to see you. Now, talk about some aggressive price action. Whoever wanted some aggressive price action, you got it, huh? Very, very well done. Congrats, guys. 40,950 right now in terms of the price action for Bitcoin. Let's go through the details. We're in kind of a precarious zone right now. You're going to want to pay attention technically. You're just going to want to pay attention to where we're at and what we're going through. Hope you guys are doing well. Pardon, want to shout out to Angel. Angel, our top contributor, just want to welcome him to the stream. And you're definitely going to want to pay attention to this stream. It's going to be very important. Please stay focused during this stream. It's going to be great, guys. We're about to dig into the technicals. Now, in terms of the price action, we have seen a few phenomenal events the last, I'd say, 24, 48 hours. The Fed decision, etc., coming to a culmination. You guys know I brought up the specific descending triangle, descending line of resistance. Now, this is from the 4-hourly, I believe. Let's go to the daily. Let's see where this line is. We're going to have 3 or 4 different lines. You guys know that. We're going to try and distill all the information right now technically and come up with the best game plan in terms of kind of hanging out here in the midst of, I'm just going to say, it's not no man's land, but this is the problem with descending triangles. You guys know this. They're not favored by bulls. Okay, you can complete to the upside, but the problem is when you do not conquer the preceding intermittent high, the bulls are just kind of taking a look at this like, okay, we're headed up, right? It's not a clear signal, essentially. So the daily, we're going to talk about that. Let me get into the chats. Let me see. I think that I just got a message from, man, look at GMT. I had it there before described, decided to trade others. GMT, I had it there. Okay, good. Let's GMT. Coin, let's see. GMT. Got to check it out for Path. GMT USDT. Let's check out GMT real quickly. Step in. Okay, look at this. Boom, 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 boom. Did you bring it to VIP? We don't know. What is this coin doing? Step in. Okay, we're going to take a break from just the normal right now in terms of our VIP. You guys know, top level of membership. This is Pathfinder that has brought this to everyone's attention in 6 days, 426%. It does not want to quit. Right now, what's going on with GMT, just as we do the analytics here real quickly, people are looking at kind of a bull flag here, right? They're going to do a bull flag analysis. They're going to bring this up to this level and this threshold. So do be careful when you look at GMT right now. It's a running coin, okay? So that was from the daily in terms of bringing this down, just in terms of the technicals. Anything that's going 300-400% in a week. We will take a look at it. We got some bad news on Gate. We are limited, okay? We're going to be limited on Gate in the future, guys. Not good news. I appreciate you guys bringing that to my attention in the back. I want to shout out to Slim. He brought that to my attention. As you look at the current GMT, be aware that you're at a resistance right now. That's why people are taking. I would get into the lower time frames. I would definitely, let's see here. Let's go into the line chart. Let's see what's going on with it. Great price action. We have to give it that to it, but I can't believe all these new coins are going away, etc. 500% on the lines in 6 days. Looks like it is trajecting up. Now is not the time to slam into this. I'll let you guys know that you always have to trade your patterns. You guys know, buy it, support, sell it, resistance, trade your patterns. As we look at the pattern dynamic here, there's a great example of how people can get caught in terms of a brand new coin or something that's really flying. You just want to be careful. Stick to your patterns, your targets. Don't be overexposed on any new trade, guys. And I use the analogy. This is a great example of a bull flag, isn't it? With a nice run to the upside, a downward sloping channel. We'll run the analogy to Bitcoin here in just a second. Okay, Bitcoin's at a very similar dynamic right now. I brought that. Well, I guess that changes things, Pathfinder. I brought it. Well, hey, I brought that to the VIP. Well, hot dog. Congratulations to the VIP. This was one that I had brought in the past. I don't know if I'm being a little bit coy, but that's nice. That's nice. Let's discuss what it is real quickly. Let's go through the details. what do you call it? Not for a lack of modesty, huh? Just being as humble as I can. Step in. Yeah, very interesting new coin. It was one of the new ones that I brought last week. 3 or 4 just to take a look at. Kind of an interesting look at this. Just differently done. Nice to see it going well. Congrats to the VIP who decided to book part of that $500 or $600 profit. Now, that's what we're going to miss about Gate. I had to tell you guys this, and I don't want to encourage anyone too much. You guys have noticed I've kind of held back a little bit on the streams, or not the streams, with the in the streams, the new coins in the streams. You understand that. So as we look at like GMT, it's a great example of a coin I just brought that just, completed the flag to the upside for 135% in a day and 8 hours. So our days are limited on Gate. You guys know this. I just got the information from, I want to go through this and cover this for everybody. Let's go through on the messages. Got this. Here we go. Let's see what I got here. Yeah, just got this back from Gate, just so you know, taking proper actions to make it work like before, that you can still use the website with limited features. However, the government is still pursuing new laws and regulations in your country. Due to pursuant of government laws and regulations in your country, Gate is no longer allowed to support U.S. starting May 22nd. So you have a little bit of time, but in May, man, what's going on? Gate was all the new coins. Gate was all the fun. Gate was exactly what we're looking at on the screen right now, with just huge price action. You guys know that. We had an endless supply of new coins to go through, and we'd watch for the technicals, etc. Bam, 2x and 3x in short time, a day. That flag completed with what a great confirmation right out of this specific bull flag. Just hugely beneficial to look at the technicals, guys. It's one thing when you get a specific coin that's really flying to the upside. You can really take a good look at the technicals and apply those in your other in the other facets of your trading game. So what I will say is congrats to the VIP who decided to trade GMT. Congrats. Way to go. Thank you for reminding me that I had brought that to you. I do bring you guys new coins. That's nice. Nice 2x, 3x, 4x, whatever you guys got on it. Congratulations. Let's go into BTC. Now, I said that we would discuss this specific formation in line with BTC, right? Let's talk about Bitcoin, where we're currently at. Let's dig in, to the maybe the 30-minute. Let's go 30-minute. There we go. We're trying to find a real ideal bull flag, just like what we saw right on GMT. Great example of a coin that just is not quitting. A lot of profits. Congrats to, you guys are all over the price action. Pathfinder, Slim in the back as well. Luke, as always, you guys are really, really just killing it in the back. It's nice to see. Angel, special shout out to Angel, #1 VIP. Have to say that, guys. He's just he's the guy we can learn a lot from. He'll probably give us some guidance, maybe on a different exchange. Not sure, but this gets just touchy. It's a touchy issue now, because now the authorities are literally all over this stuff. It's like, okay, all right, we're not supposed to use it. We're not supposed to use it. I mean, it's not just like it's not kind of what we want to do, right? Well, I want to do this. I want to trade, right? I'm going to trade. Well, there's some different stuff going on right now, guys, so we got to be careful as a group, which we always have been. We reinstill that. Looking for a potential breakout here. Let's go to the candle wicks, and you guys see a decent analogy between GMT, which is voracious price action, right? As we would look at GMT, that coin that is just not quitting on Gate. We love this on Gate, man. We love this on Gate as part of VIP, as part of what we do. I guess we'll have to make some more cash on Bitcoin and Ethereum and some other standardized coins that find a good exchange with good technicals. Man, that's going to be the challenge. Good technicals. I like the technicals on Gate. They had the BTC, Bitcoin price chart. They said the website would be available for a while. That's good news, because they do have the BTC price chart available from 2012, 2013, right? So they've been trading Bitcoin longer than most other exchanges have even thought about being around, right? So we just gravitated towards Gate with the technicals, the historical price action, etc. So that's a big letdown. I appreciate you guys letting me know about that in the back, and just to let know. Yeah, definitely. Slim, way to go, brother. Nice find on that. Looking at the kind of a differentiated, you'd have to. We're about to break out of a wedge, guys. A falling wedge. Here we go. Boom on Bitcoin. We're going to Good price action, guys. Congrats to anyone in a long position. I let the VIP know earlier. I had one on standby, etc. For the notion that we could receive some positive price action. Where are we at? 41,133. Great example of focusing on new startup coins can divert the attention. You guys know that. It happens all the time. It's like we just need to start talk about a new startup coin, and then Bitcoin will get going, right? We had this similar framework earlier on. I said a cautionary, kind of a cautionary line in line with this preceding resistance here. This is going to be your threshold to beat good. Looks like we're getting up and beyond it. Bitcoin to the upside, 41,169, getting VIP in gear. Not too much of a move, up about $57 on the day from the point of breakout. There we go. Get a little momentum would be nice. Let's go, Bitcoin. What do we got? Let's go. In terms of the upside, let's go. Line of resistance across the top is going to be formulated. We're looking at the potential for a rising wedge will be on the minds of the traders right now. This specific, I'd say, anytime you see something carving across the side like this, guys, always pay attention. Luna just did this. Just pay attention in terms of the specifics of sideways price action, grinding like this. It's like, yes, it's a bull flag, it's a pennant, but it's really pushing sideways. Anytime you see that, look for the fulfillment of a centralized fulfillment of a rising wedge. Okay, look at that. Look for a broader base. Look for any type of a wedge formation that's going to indicate kind of a cross-side transfer of that middle portion of the wedge. Just book that and put that in your, not the trade, but book that and put that in your toolkit for trading. Okay, anytime you see sideways price action like this, including bull flag, particularly if it's really extended. If you see a thin one that's really extended, just put that in your toolkit that you may be fulfilling the midline of a rising wedge. So that's the framework that the buyers and the sellers right now are putting into context this current move with BTC. The threshold target of the quote unquote top of the wedge. Guys, I'm just going to tell you, if you trade wedges a lot, if they're not as complicated as a move within let's just say a move within a rising wedge like we're looking at on Bitcoin right now, 41,150. If they're not that complicated, okay, in terms of it's a free and open and clear, no resistance across the top, you can exceed this specific prior level here. Given the fact that you guys trade a lot, I don't need to explain to you. What's up? Slim in the house. Slim. Boom. Bam, bam. VIP. Boom. What's up? And guys, I want to let you know I joined. I'm an official member now. Okay, I want to let you guys know that I'm an official member along with you guys. I'm a paying member with you guys. The reason was someone that had confiscated my logo or something else. Someone did a shut-off-knocky impression of me and said, join our WhatsApp or whatever it was. I'm like, whatever, man. I was like, I guess I need a badge too. It's like, well, I guess I don't mind that at all. I'm happy to have a badge. As you would look at the this move right here. If you trade these a lot, guys, if you trade them a lot, you know why I put this line here, okay? It's not preferred. It's not bullish. It gets criticized, but it is what it is for right now. This preceding intermittent high, I'm just going to say that within the context. If you don't trade a lot, guys, this is your channel. Congrats. Welcome. Base campus for you. That's that primary initial level of membership. The VIP, that's where it's at. Congrats to all the VIP for success thus far in 2022. And we had this specific moment earlier, didn't we? If you guys will just journey with me just a minute back here in terms of reframing the technicals. You see that top line resistance. If you trade a lot, that's what I'm saying. If you trade a lot, you'll just know this will be the portion. It's a predominantly, I'd say, established level of resistance herein. Right, so not that it cannot be beat with a nice confirmation to the upside, but that's the danger in trading wedges. People will get so excited and just log this, guys, log it in the book, in your toolkit, etc. People get so excited about breaking out of a wedge. You can have some phenomenal price action. The ones that really go, and I'm talking about boom, 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 just really skyrocketing, no, not even a question. And Pathfinder shouting out to Slim in the comments. Like to see that, guys. Like to see you guys chatting and having a good time. You guys are cool dudes. I got to tell you that. Really good traders, cool dudes, and I enjoy being around in the back for you guys to throw your charts up. And yeah, I'm with you guys. I'm a trader too, and I'm a member now too. Just so you know, looks like we're trying to conquer this line. Let's dig into the 1 minute. And not that I wouldn't have joined, but I'm like, all right, someone wants to impersonate me. I'll go ahead and we'll throw that in the mix. I'll have a badge next to my name as well. So very cool. In terms of the specific, I have no problem joining. I'm like, no, it's cool. It's a trade group. We trade, right? That's real simple. Like, no problem. That's easy. So yeah, I just never really thought about it. But if someone wants to impersonate me, that would be. That's fine. I'll take that measure. Now, in terms of the 1 minute, we get a different look at specifically the support and the resistance, a bit better framed as a flag. I think you guys will agree. We still have the challenge of the rising wedge, the top line formation here. And we underperformed in this level, in this specified level here towards the top of the bull flag. It's going to compromise potentially, or at least provide a barrier. And you guys know where we're at. We need to reframe the entirety of this, don't we, in terms of that. We got a little distracted in terms of that 4-hourly resistance, okay, in terms of the 4-hourly versus the daily versus the hourly, etc. We need to go over where we are just briefly. Let's see if I can squeeze this in, because the big question on everyone's mind is from the daily. Let me try and just do this as quickly as possible so we can not lose this price action. But from the daily, you guys understand what we have, and I was about to explain this this specific resistance across the top, right? Let me clean these up real quickly so you can see where we're at. The resistance across the top, okay, has been broken out of clearly on the daily to include, would have been nice. Let's go ahead and stretch this up just a touch, and let's see where we're at in terms of now on the candle wicks. Let's see the wick to the wick. And it's interesting, huh? Would have been nice to set a candle out and above. And we are out and above. It would be nice to see the seat just out and above before the possibility of this potentially railing back down and through here. Just to let you know preference, okay? That's that the actual candle bottom, the open, would have been on the exterior of this specified line. That's the preference, guys. Okay, that's the specified preference. Let's sit it, boom, open here, and bam, up to the upside. Pardon me. So that would be preferred in terms of the line of, and we have that line. Let's just draw all the specific lines of resistance. Let's get them all on the map so that we can deal with them. That's the daily. Let's go to the 4-hourly real quickly. Let's go to the 4-hourly in terms of this specific line of resistance. We're out and above on the 4-hourly. Let's take a look at the candle set up and above. I like that. It's nice. We are out and above technically on the 4-hourly. Confirmation includes multiple time frames and all of your indicators, right? We're green on the 4-hourly. In terms of the chop, we're green also on the daily. In terms of the chop, let's go into from the 4-hourly, from the daily, let's go into the hourly real quickly. Let's take a look at the hourly. Okay, looking for some differentiated, just a touch different in terms of any specific, I'd say any specific new pattern on the hourly versus the 4-hourly, etc. This is just how it gets, guys, and we have to do this. You need to do this to understand the price action. What is all of this velocity, the high velocity events, the volatility, etc. during this kind of quote unquote breakout? It is because we have a lot of different trend lines in play. Okay, from the candle wicks. Okay. Shouldn't be too much differentiation, but when I do this, it looks like, we barely know what we're doing, right? What are we doing here? Well, we're expressing the differentiated time frames. Okay, particularly this is that's within the hourly. Were we to go to let's say the even the 30-minute is encapsulated, so we have every specific line of resistance that is on the map right now. Okay, we have them all, guys. So let's make sure we have this. Let me get this to this. And let me just go ahead and extend right line, make sure it's non-consequential. And that's how I will identify these as being consequential or inconsequential, okay? Now, that specific one is interesting. Let me just do this on the 30-minute. It's worth noting, and we'll dig into, let me go ahead and make this just red just so I can identify it. Okay, it's down within, no problem. So looking at the differentiated time frames, looking for confirmation, what I'm going to thereafter do once I've done this I guess at this point of the analytics, or this part of the analytics, is thereafter to kind of classify them as consequential or inconsequential, right? The inconsequential ones have already been beaten, right? That's the easy thing about it. So you just want to go through this exercise every time that you are playing a breakout and make sure that you are up and clear of every single line of resistance. That's the key feature here, okay? In addition to the considerations ongoing with, you understand the maximum bias at support, sell at resistance, right? Trade your patterns. This would be the descending triangle without a doubt. The fact that it's differentiated, you don't need to hold on to that incessantly, but you do need you do need to go through the technical analytics and saying, okay, on each time frame, am I certainly out and free and clear in terms of the price action? It is a confirmed breakout on every time frame. That's how you do it. And then after you've gone through the details, again, it takes maybe 5 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, maybe less than that if you really attack it appropriately. That 4 hourly, as you guys know, has been the specific framework that I've liked to put the price action into. It's a very solid framework, so that you know, used by some heavier traders. I just like you, and used by you guys. So that's the bottom line. So as we look at this breakout, we do have one specified prior breakout, and this definitely needs to get in towards it being the most consequential line in play right now. Okay, yesterday's price action, as you guys know, yesterday's price action left us with a little bit of a glitch in terms of a breakout today. Let's go through the details. So it's important for you guys to listen. Let's really hone in and focus on this. The specified maximum, because we had this huge liftoff yesterday. You guys know that it felt big. It was a 5% move to the upside, but we caught it in the back. Congrats to the VIP who caught that. Way to go. Welcome, London VIP. Hey, I appreciate it. It feels good. It is nice, huh? Slim, what up? You guys, Pathfinder and Slim, saying hello. What's up? You guys get at it. You guys, if you trade, you're gonna get. I mean, what's there not to get along about? I'm just curious. If everybody trades and you're into the market, and we're up late, we're up early, we're trying to figure out, it's like, what's the next trade? I mean, what is there not to like? I'm just curious, like, what, how are people not going to get along? Like, it's like, excuse me, no FUD zone here, as Angel always says. We ain't choir boys, right? It's like, that's not what it's about. It's about the market. Let's get into the market. Like, who's got the next pattern? Who's got the next trade we're looking at? So we welcome you guys. And yeah, glad to be a part of you guys. Maybe that's the way it was always intended to be. So maybe it was good that I got impersonated. No problem. I'm in the back, but I'll never let you guys, say to you guys, join the Telegram group or the WhatsApp, or I'll never do that to you guys. You know that. So in the back, it's like, if you need me, you DM me here. You just DM me, and I just give you my phone number if you need to call me or anything like that. It's real easy. I won't WhatsApp it with a anonymous, or we ain't gonna do that, guys. So you know that. So but someone did that yesterday. I'm like, come on, man. So maybe it's a sign. It's maybe what would they say? A compliment, right? So in terms of the resistance, they're after you guys. They think you guys want to go hang out on WhatsApp or hang out on Telegram or something like that. Like, not the VIP. They could maybe handle some Reddit here and there, right? Maybe every now and then a little bit of Reddit just to check the vibe on the street, right? But that's about it. So just to be honest, right? I haven't checked out Reddit in a while. I was there for Doge early on. I was like, what's Doge doing at Reddit? It's like, it's a GameStop. Now it's Doge. Let's go. But there weren't a lot of people in Reddit, just so you guys know. In terms of the this previous, back to the technicals. Okay, I'm looking for Sand. I want to see what Sand is doing. Sand blew up yesterday. You guys know, I have to go to this real quickly. Sand blew up yesterday. It was just nice in terms, and not extremely, but bam, a nice move to the upside, huh? Just a beautiful move to the upside. I got this specific chart to the VIP early on, and I know that they were looking at this, the measured move. I covered this recently quite a bit, and just to dig into it, to see this measured move play out. And on the candle wicks, you had a little bit higher of a target. But I was like, I just wanted that to play out. Anything in excess of that, I'm fine with it. But that was my goal when it was in this area, this neighborhood. It's like, I just wanted to see it roll to the upside. And certainly it did. Over 20% day on Sand. You had to catch it quickly, and the guys in the back did. Pathfinder is on. Slim is on. And you guys are just doing a great job. To put it in context, look at Sand right now. Sand has retraced. Let's just get into this real quickly and talk about Sand, because it's a good project. Sand is currently at 61.37% discount. Okay, it maximized out at, let's just dig into the details, a discount of 70%, so below that golden pocket. It definitely pushed that golden pocket. Not easy when they push the golden pocket. You guys know that. Now, in terms of, let me see what we're going. I'm just looking at my list here on the side. I'm sorry for the brief delay. Let's see what we got here. BTC. All right. So Sand really, someone hit the throttle on Sand. Mana. Gallo was up about 10%. Not bad. Not bad at all. As you look at the framework here that we have BTC currently in, just really, easily, sensibly put, we're out of the threshold of the majority of what people would consider to be a breakout. The key feature, and we called this last night. This was a beautiful call. You guys know this. As we look at the 30-minute, I won't go through the details, but I can, if need be. You guys know it was the 5-minute. Where is this? Where is this? Where is this? Yeah, you guys know this in the back. This is sweet, huh? If you guys paid attention to this, it's always watch those little baby ascending triangles. Bam. You guys know this. I called this in terms of just pointing you guys out to this feature, and I know you don't want to see it, right? It's a lower price target when we're up in this zone here at the top. You guys know this. When we're up in this zone, battling to not reverse, but challenging along that 200, boom, right back to this level. So VIP got that in the back early, at least as a consideration. I just want you guys to at least have, if you see something with an arrow on it, don't go full force, full throttle. We're getting some action on BTC. Nice. Don't necessarily go full throttle. We're interacting with this specific red line. It's a good thing that we have it up. The bottom line is that's kind of the last line of defense that the bears should have, technically. You guys know that. Should be the last technical line of defense that the bears have. That's nice to say. That's the theory behind the line of resistance, the most exterior line of resistance that we can formulate. It's not going to be, let's see what we have here. Let me see, on into the hourly. Encapsulates it very well in terms of the preceding hit up yesterday. That 5% launch to the upside was crucial, and that the 4-hourly has a nice looking, bullish feature on the candles. You guys see that with the move to the upside. It's a nice feature on the candles. Sometimes hidden within the framework is a nice feature on the candles that you can appreciate more than on the actual line. So we're coming into contact with this key feature. This is, and it's odd because it's a little bit of a hidden dynamic. You particularly if you've traded over the last 24 to 48 hours. I know that you have. You understand what's in play right now. This move, this nice move to the upside that we caught in the back yesterday, ascending triangle, right? That specific move, as we look at it right now, boom, let's get into this. Well, as we would look at that ascending triangle that played out to the upside, right? As we look at that ascending triangle and the threshold that we did get to on the lines better than on the candle wicks, I'm going to tell you that definitely, okay, in terms of the overall threshold, or maybe I think it was a subsequent pivot threshold target that we reached to the top. Very nearly. Okay, there we go. And we discussed that yesterday in terms of the maximize feature, first pivot in, or the secondary feature. More aggressive, more conservative. You guys remember that, right? This line in here was actually the target to the upside. Okay, that's that secondary, more conservative, instead of that real aggressive initial feature in, bam, original pivot in. Then to the resistance, to the support, to the resistance and support. Okay, this is a more aggressive feature on all your ascending triangles. Bam, you guys know that. That's the most aggressive you can get on an ascending triangle. Sometimes they'll outperform even that. Less aggressive, you guys understand, would be kind of this secondary feature, so somewhat of a hybrid at times between, let's say, this the real established, I'd say the secondary hit into the ascending triangle. So in line with that big high velocity trade that people had, was a big capitulation, right, to the upside, then bam, to the downside. In terms of that, what it has done is that specific move to the upside provided us a really, really solid additional level of resistance, okay? A top-line resistance from this intermediary high of 45,000, okay, 45,000. Looking at that from about 2 weeks ago, all right, the 45,000 from 2 weeks ago, this area here, to that, essentially the target that was reached on this ascending triangle. It wasn't ideal. The reason it wasn't ideal is because essentially we had broken out of the ascending triangle, right? And that was a great thing for us to be streaming live, right? With the, guys, that was just huge, right? With the, and we can get back to where it was below, etc. It did hit the arrow on the candle wicks. If you guys go back and look, it hit it on the candle wicks. So in terms of that, just kind of heads up, will it return, etc. Just the best thing that does for you is keep you within kind of solid footing in terms of like how exposed are you on the trade. Everybody wants it to rail to the upside. Everybody wants to go, full leverage, 5x, 10x, etc. But guys, you get wiped out. So when I put arrows in certain places, just look at it as kind of a safeguard. Be like, okay, if it goes to this specified return level, then what is the condition of my account? What is the condition of my trades? Someone asked today, how heavy should I go in right now, etc. Just so that like pros, I'll say pros are kind of taught in terms of any specific level of exposure. These are just guys. This doesn't have to be you, but it is something that's used frequently. Is the fact that they will say 5%, nothing over 5% of the overall cash position, overall portfolio, etc. So 5% is something, and it's not something you like to hear. I know that, but the more I'd say that the more sophisticated traders, they'll say, yeah, that's good, 5%, because it's not just the 5%, it's what you do with the 5%. Right, it's just what you do with that 5%. Always ready to double down, always ready to kick back in with compounds at lower levels, etc. So to the extent that we have this exteriorized, I'm just going to say should we just eliminate this line here? Now, this does something very interesting when we eliminate that line. If you guys trade a line, this does that. We don't want it to do that. You guys know this, right? When we get into the kind of eliminating the primary function of the descending triangle being this, which has already been broken out of, right? And it's nice to consider this. Would have been nice to have a cleaner on the 30-minute, a cleaner level of resistance with, couldn't this ascending triangle have been parked about right here, with a nice trajectory to the upside and a reconfirmation across this line of resistance? Couldn't that have been nice? I really would have preferred that, right? On the 30-minute, on a key time frame that we use a lot. Let me see. Dot just broke above resistance. Good. That's good news. What's Dot doing right now? Dot is trying to melee up. What's going on with Dot? Congratulations to VIP who are trading. Huh? That's what I wanted to see. That is VIP. That's what I wanted to see. It took a while, didn't it? You guys know this, huh? I brought that video on the bull flag for VIP who paid attention to that one. Ouch! Huh? What a confirmation. Welcome to Trading Dot. I would shout out to Angel in terms of this, because he's traded Dot a lot. He knows the price action, how it works. Something you'll look back on and say, yeah, that was a bull flag we called. People are like, that was a bull flag? Yeah, that was a bull flag. Also, we had that ascending triangle in that region as well. Congratulations to any VIP who are trading. Dot goes on 5X. Dot goes on a lot of leverage. So from our bottom side target, 33% to the upside. But nice move just today to see that continue to the upside. Way to go, VIP. Nice heads up. Slim, way to go. There's so many bots nowadays. Absolutely. Slim in the house. What's up, brother? You got that right. Nice watch list you got. Bam. That is good stuff. Boom. And Dot's one of those slow rollers. I'll just tell you, it may move, but it stays off the radar sometimes, guys. It'll move maybe, as it inches up, it just stays off the radar. Then when it screams to the upside, only the guys who were involved earlier on and just kind of waiting with a 2% move, 3% move, no problem, a 2 or 3% move again. And then if it decides to scream to the upside, you guys understand Dot, what it did in 2021. I'm just going to talk about it specifically and measure it. 421. Pardon me, I knew it was 400. 431% to the upside. Almost said 200. I'm like, that's not Dot. 431% to the upside after it capitulated to its 78.6. Boom. So it has the price action built in, guys. I will tell you and remind you, this area in here can be dangerous if you are on anything with leverage. Please understand that. It becomes very difficult to experience a 5X with a 25 and 35% drawdown continually. So once it gets going, be prepared for it to potentially go, and also be prepared for it to have a lot of volatility that will potentially shake out those weak hands and those leverage positions. And big shout out to Angel, who is I know he's trading Dot. I gave these specific targets to Angel, and they really defined the market on the 4 hourly. Beautifully well done in terms of that. So we are in the concert of, I'd say, in tandem with this bull flag on Dot. We really came down to confirm, again, along that line of resistance here, and not an unfamiliar conversation to Bitcoin right now, a bit differentiated. Dot took it very well in terms of that line of resistance across the bottom that I've identified has been on my charts for a while. So that was really a nice confirmation along the line of resistance, okay, to really confirm that the breakout there is indeed one of not just the bull flag, but yes, also of that descending wedge. Just technically, it's nice to see something that may perform a bit slower, but once it gets going, like 400%, we're paying attention. It's one of the key, I'd say it's one of the key infrastructure projects of crypto. I think you guys will have to agree to an extent whether or not it's not a Doge, it's not a Sheeb, etc. But it is a key feature of crypto, and I like the project. It's a clean project. You guys know that. I say that frequently. It's a clean project, and I just mean that in terms of the it's not a Cardano type clean, but it is I don't know, by clean, like, nice what would you call it, like PR division, stuff like that. Like they seem like, Doges do only good every day until they came out with the Doge movie. Guys, what is up with the Doge movie? I have no idea. I can confirm that Slim is the Doginator, the Terminator for Doge. We may need that. I appreciate you being that for the group, without a doubt. But yeah, I saw that movie. I'm like, what is going on? What have they done now? So, in terms of this resistance, glad we're here. Glad we're talking about BTC to the extent that we have this upside resistance here. We just had a nice move to challenge this line. That is the line right now. Without a doubt, that is the line of resistance. Go to your hourly, go to the candle wicks on the hourly, and frame the ultimate level of resistance across the top. Not that you didn't want to participate at all until this, guys. There's been a ton of trades. I want to say it's challenged your alarm clock maybe more than anything. It's just like it's been all day, all night. It's just been literally, it's a challenge. Setting your specific targets. Okay, whether or not you're on exchange, ETF, or whatever you're trading, setting your targets, even on those ETF coins, right? Making sure that you're getting the best price. Boom. It's got to get down there, guys. Don't pick off the board. If you want to go market price, it's like you might as well be almost trading on crypto.com. You got to sit there and wait on the computer, and like watch pot never boils syndrome. You have to wait on the computer till it gets exactly to your price. Guys, that's difficult. Let the computer work for you. Put your programming to work in terms of your exchange. Now, we'll be working on some different ideas for 2021, 2022. I've started to do that this last week. Apologies. I've started to call 2022, now 2021. I don't know why. I was fine as we started the year. Now I just can't stop doing it. For 2022, there we go. I've just started doing that the last like 10 days. I have no idea why. It's a habit. I don't know why. I don't think I've done that in the past, but maybe I have. So anyway, just for conversation, I can't get the year right again. I think I have done it before, but I got it right the first like 3-4 weeks. We had the whole New Year's thing going on with the stream, so of course I got it right. Maybe we need to do an update. I'll just put it on the screen somewhere for me so I will not miss it. But I don't know if you guys do stuff like that, write the wrong one on your check. Anyway, so as we look at the price action, you can tell I've been paying attention to charts. Like, what are you doing? Charts. What are you doing? Trading. What are you doing? Charts. Trading. It's all I've been doing. So it could be 2022, and it is. I'm excited about that. The level of resistance. What I was going to say is this. I want us to find a really, really kicking. And if you guys want to maybe step up a little bit, I'm going to let you guys know. Okay, this is a different discussion. Okay. Solidify this in past the 2021, 22, et cetera, as we watch this specific line of resistance cool off just a bit. I want to encourage you guys potentially, okay, just potentially, to look at, and let's see. I may save this. I may save this active. I may save this for you guys later on, et cetera. But this exchange right here. Okay, Interactive Brokers is some serious stuff. Okay, it's not a brand new XT. It's not a this and that. This is if you guys take a look at review and tell me what you think about Interactive Brokers, go to Wall Street, okay, or go to Trade Crypto for Less Coin, etc. It's got the primary coins. We'll need to look at it. There's some different features on there. I want you guys to ask around. From the best, I'd say, almost like institutional levels, like guys you would think, well, that's like hedge fund stuff. Those guys get probably better deals, right, on their trades, etc. With Gate, currently in the like foray of problematic, I'd say, definitely going to close down, like, or at least they close their doors to U.S. citizens. Not happy about that. I did confirm it on their customer service. So I'm not upset about it. It was a great 2021. A lot of new coins went 10x. I mean, we could throw a dart and hit a 10x in 2021. 2022 will be a little bit different. To the extent that ups our game, I'm excited, guys. There are some things I've discussed with Angel in terms of interactive brokers, some different products that they have. I think you guys will like them. If you feel like you ever don't get fair pricing or something on your exchange, or maybe it just seems like the bot is against you or something in terms of the spread, I think you'll be interested in interactive brokers. We'll discuss it later, non-financial advice, etc. But I want you guys to just keep an eye out for interactive brokers. Some of the top traders from Wall Street, literally, that I've known or been around, or my ex-hedge fund, etc., non-SEC, just registered, etc., just private hedge fund. That's a mainstay. Interactive brokers is a mainstay. Low commissions, good pricing, incredible technicals. I think that you guys would like to at least review it. Okay, that's just from me to you guys. And I've been discussing that. It wasn't like, well, gates down, now you're going to start talking about that. Not at all. Ask Angel. Okay, ask AJ Crypto, etc. Ask some of the VIPs who've been around for a while. I've been speaking about interactive brokers for a while. So maybe, I don't know, we'll take a look at it and see. I'll dig into additionally what their dynamics are, what their leverage options are. I don't want people to get into margin, okay, necessarily in terms of like borrowing costs. Not here, guys. That's not the idea, okay? That's not the, that don't ever owe more than you're trading. Period. Just don't do it. That's not the idea at all. I don't want to get into that, but they had, for the people who swing, for the fences like that and know how to play the game, they have some really dynamic rates, etc. So it's really popular amongst like institutional investors. And they have Bitcoin. They have what are they margined options? Have you guys seen this? Let's talk about it real quickly. CME. Let me do this real quickly so you guys can see, and we'll go back to that line of resistance. Let's see, CME Group. This is a specific product on CME that I want to bring your attention to. I think you guys may be interested in it to the extent that it involves anything financial. It's not advice. Here you go. But pay attention. It's part of the market right now. Micro Bitcoin futures. Micro Bitcoin futures, okay, strategize at 1/10 the size of one Bitcoin. Get greater transparency and price discovery by trading on an exchange or save on potential margin, offset, etc. So it's enhance your trading strategies at 1/10 the size of one Bitcoin. Now, there's a functional way that this plays out within the micro Bitcoin futures. It's a CME product, the CME gap, etc. I don't rely on CME gap, guys. I just don't. If anything is publicly available, I'm going to tell you guys, the majority of the time, anything that's publicly available and publicly known will represent no advantage to the market. Otherwise, guys, everyone would just eliminate the advantage. It's just not the kind of the efficient market hypothesis, or just a well-structured and operational market will eliminate that advantage. If it's publicly available, everyone would do it, and everyone doesn't do that. So it's something to discuss, CME gap, etc. But I'm not a big proponent of that. So those micro, and it's just a good discussion for guys at VIP, etc. Micro Bitcoin futures. All right, know how they may work. Learn about them. There are videos here and there. I've begun to really get my I'd say my feet wet with the notion of interactive brokers for crypto. So in the CME micro cap, just not micro cap, the micro. Let me see here again. These micro Bitcoin futures, 1/10 the size of a Bitcoin, are interesting. Okay, anything if you could think of, okay, well, we like BTC 5L. Okay, I like BTC 3L. Okay, those microcap futures may be more up your alley than you already realize. So we'll and it doesn't have to be like an isolating thing. Like, I want to trade on Coinbase. Cool, go for it. I don't like the technicals on Coinbase. That's why I like to gate. So we'll discuss that as a group. And you guys, it's great to have a good group right now, because you guys can let me know. We can't trade on anything that's illegal in the U.S. We just can't. There's too much regulatory. There's too many eyes in the sky. You guys know this. There's no reason, as we enjoy trading, to give anybody a reason to take it away from us, right? That'd be the stupidest thing, to spend all these hours and everything else for anyone who's a little disgruntled or wants an easy target, for them to take it away from us. Like, no, that's not going to work. Not going to spend all this time and effort with something that can just be taken away from us. So I will bring this up. Let's talk about this, guys. It's very interesting, isn't it? Within the context of this breakout of BTC on the lines on the hourly, right? It bears some degree of resemblance to DOT, just the overall structure of it that we were just talking about, DOT. right? This breakout of the falling wedge here across this line of resistance to confirm here, bam, move to the upside. BTC, different time frames, okay, very much different time frames. Just looking at this, I don't want to compare the time frames. 55 days on DOT, and let's look at BTC. Let's check out BTC as we look at this. Appreciate you guys being here, by the way, and appreciate you guys in the back, etc. It's a cool group right now. I told you guys it's just stronger this year than it ever has been. If it's quiet in the back, upload a chart. Let us know what you're looking at. Let us know what what you're into, what's going on with you. Just throw a chart up because it may be guys that are either trading or maybe they need to see a chart from you. That's just the bottom line. It's a cool group like that, so I appreciate that. Or letting us know the details about Gate closing down. That was a great find. That was great. And I'll just shout out one more time too. Slim Doginator in the house. Boom. The Terminator version of the Doge, which may be required given the new Doge movie. Not sure. It's okay. I think he trades about anything that has price action. He's standard protocol VIP. So I know he got into Doge very early, and he's kind of like a Doge tycoon. So exciting to have you with the group, brother. And in terms of the this breakout feature on the lines of the hourly, I do like it somewhat. In terms of the resemblance to DOT, you guys know that. I think Matic looks like it could break out tonight. Matic, would love to see Matic break out tonight. We'll take a look at that in 2 seconds. Appreciate that, Slim in the house. I've been wondering about Matic. I'm glad you brought it up. We traded the heck out of that thing. If you weren't around for that trading, brother, man, you should have. Good heavens, man. That was a lot of live price action. We had a blast trading that stuff. I mean, we traded that for 5, 6, 7 hours like straight. Just bam, bring everybody, let's go. It's live act. That was so much incredible price action in the beginning. It was phenomenal to watch that go. We caught the first bull flag. I got that to the VIP. And it was just incredible price action, really incredible. So this confirmation across this prior resistance. Thanks for the heads up. And let's look at Matic. That is from Slim in the house. Let's see. I still use Gate since I ain't from the U.S. That's great. It was like, isn't that great? Leave it to Pathfinder, huh? We're all going to have to ship our tokens, our digital tokens to Pathfinder so he can trade. We're going to start an international fund with Pathfinder so he can trade the startups. Dang it. That's just, that's what it is. Huh? That's crypto. Nice call on Matic. Nice eyes in terms of what you're looking at there. Everybody here agrees. That was that kind of stodgy, a little bit oddly formed, specified. We can just do a falling wedge for Matic. And when I'm talking about the price action, you guys know this run up here, it wasn't just the run up, and it was similar to Bitcoin over the last 24, 48 hours. Was the slam up, slam down, slam back up. You guys know it went down. As you look at this, it went down 80%, 75% in like a day. And then Matic went back up 200% in 5 days. And that's coming off of when we found that at 78 cents, it went up 250% in 10 days. It was just bam, bam, bam. Just the velocity was incredible. So yeah, we have a good history with Matic. I know Angel is a big fan of Matic, just so you guys know. Very early involved, early participant in Matic. Great project, great scouting. What's up, Angel? Nice eyes there. In terms of Matic, let's talk about one line you need to be careful of here. Okay, let's talk about this specific line on the 4 hourly. Pay attention, BIP on Matic just real quickly. Let's make this a white bright line. Okay, this interior line right here kind of has my attention with this preceding. Okay, this preceding pivot here along this mid-level point of the $2.39. Matic was also important, guys, because we called the throw over here. I told everybody be careful about these. Okay, it's a technical throw over this channel. Everyone was excited. Here we go, here we go. I was like, no, be careful about that. And sure enough, it was a 50% drop therefrom. And I did tell people, they didn't want to hear it, but you guys know sometimes you just need to hear the technicals. I'm like, technically, this is supposed to go down, not into the channel, but down below. You guys know that. So that specific line is grabbing my attention right now in terms of kind of an external, not from the peak per se. Looks like we're past that. I'd go the secondary function here in terms of a breakout and give it a little bit more room in line with that elevated line of resistance a bit. Would be great to see Matic put on another, let's see here, even 15% would be extraordinary to see Matic. A lot of people upset because Matic's not 10 or 15 bucks, to tell you the truth. 30% would be really, really great. As we look at the extensions on it, you say, well, you're just choosing. You can't just choose specific. Let me say just specific. Prices. You have to be reasonable. You have to be calculated. We can get in the extensions if you want to. The full completion up to, let's say, the 100%. Let's say golden pocket from here would be, let's say, up to $1.60 would be 10%. Be nice to get that full completion to the 100. That 20% move to the $1.74 would be indicated. I say after the golden pocket would still leave you below this threshold of the preceding intermittent high there at the $1.68. So good eyes on that original wedge that we have. Draw the secondary one. Just make sure that you're aware of that secondary function there. When Matic gets going, it gets going, and everybody likes to trade it. Steve, shout out to Steve. Steve loves to trade Matic. VIP in the house. Hope Steve's doing well. Steve, where are you? What's up, brother? Let's go through the details real quick. Let's get back to BTC real quickly. Okay, now we have this externalized level of resistance. The majority of the market may not be looking at it. I'm going to tell you that. The more sophisticated, advanced traders are looking at it. That's just the bottom line. You guys, I know you're looking at it. Whether or not it's just not whether or not, I don't know. Just don't throw caution to the wind and just say, okay, this is it. Boom. There's no real need for it. You're going to have price action. You're going to have, look at this volatility, guys. This has been just incredible volatility. Yes, we've been consolidating. The potential for another move down in here, if you want to know, well, for certain, are we going to go down, to this $38,000 level again or not? I'm going to tell you, if you don't have orders waiting, or if you don't have the cash available to participate at a lower level, at this lower level, much less, let's say, like a golden pocket at the, in and around, let's just say in around 30, sub 30, something like that, like you're not really trading. Like you're not going to get washed out in a week or 2 weeks, or, that's not the idea, guys. So be prepared. Just be prepared. Always be prepared. That's the, if the market, can move against the entirety of the market but work in your favor, it's not working against you. So don't ever take it negatively that we would discuss something moving to a lower target. As you see the volatility, and our framing, the technicals recently here, you guys know, it's like, no, we love, and you guys, we need to see like a line straight down to and an arrow down to this hit here, right? That's an secondary unexpected hit down. Bam, we got the first one on the candles. It got there on the candles in terms of this hit down, the candle work here. Got to the preceding, this zone right in here. You guys know that, right? We got there on the candles. I wanted to get there on the line. We didn't. We got there on the candles. Bam. This secondary hit in here. You guys know on the, let's see on the 5 minute. Let me get the 5 minute. But anytime you see an arrow, just be prepared. I mean, be situated with your trading and with your setup and your targets. Just be situated to where you can participate at this level. Boom! I gave that to VIP. It was sweet. This one, yeah. I mean, we talked about like as if it were an impossibility. Nearly, not bearish, not bullish, anything. It's like, I don't know. VIP, you're still looking at this level, and you guys know, without a doubt. Luke has paid a lot of attention to the technicals in the back for a while. To the extent like, well, VIP just kind of know this is, potentially going to go there. It's just, it's like the equivalent of a confirmation on a bull flag, up, out, and over. You guys know that. It's just, it is, isn't it? It's just almost required for the ascending triangles. It's just the simple axiom is saying is, show me a prior resistance, and I'll show you orders waiting at that level. And I'm just going to tell you, they must just stack. Like when we traded, specifically, we were talking about Matic. When we traded Matic, it was like, there were orders at lower levels. I just knew there were, whether or not they were mine or yours or whoever they were that were trading. It was just, I think there was a big level of institutional awareness on the project. It was a really up and comer. So, it doesn't surprise me that we see kind of institutional plays like this with orders stacked, bam. at a prior resistance to confirm a support, at a prior resistance here to confirm a support. This is BTC, right? So as we would look at that, just always be prepared to double down and look at these. If I ever throw up an arrow for you guys, it's a point of consideration. Okay, that's what it is. Are you prepared to operate at this level? They've been working out phenomenally well. Okay, just it's a bumpy ride if you're not hitting those lower levels, and they're being achieved. So just always strategize beyond the obvious. I'm just going to say that to the extent you can, get a little bit more fluid with your overall approach with crypto, because everybody's going to catch the obvious, and you don't want to catch what everybody's already got on their order book. I guarantee you guys, you want to look beyond. So this is a result of a lot of trading by me, okay, in terms of this approach, the previous boom, right? So and we'll find other market dynamics. We will find them, right? The market will demonstrate them to us as the market evolves. Let me see what we got here. AVAX, love the project. Good job, Slim. That's right on. Let me see. Breakout you streamed last year. You sold all your Matic 2 days before that big breakout I streamed last year. Oh, Slim. Oh no. Well, if you watch the whole stream, you probably got back in and out probably 5 or 10 times, maybe doubled your money 3 or 4 times. That was a lot of it reminds of an old soy futures contract as you look and lay over the old price action. Not to be boring and talk about soy futures, although if you had them, you would not need to work for the next 3 or 4 years. Right now, soy futures, any kind of commodities like that, they're going through the roof right now. So yeah, we're not going to shy away from just bare bones sense right now. It's just it is what it is. So you're going to see. I mean, this is an interesting move by BTC here. Let me take a look at the comments here. AVAX looks like it is breaking out. Also, if anyone is in, yeah, AVAX is also just to look at AVAX. Man, what a project, and what a dynamic. If you look at the market cap of the overall market cap growth rate of AVAX dominance, it is AVAX dominance, isn't it? I believe it's AVAX dominance. AVAX D. Market cap dominance for AVAX. Let's see what it is. It may have been, yeah, that's not bad, guys. Market dominance for AVAX. You see that? That's not bad. You can put it into a few different. There we go. Hello. Anybody paying attention now? Yes, sir. Huh? That's sweet, guys. 1, 2. You're going to have to eliminate this preceding look here, and yeah, register this one, huh? Register. It's nice find by you guys and by Slim in the house. There you go. Put 1 arrow down for the macro golden pocket value. There you go. I will do that. I will do that for you without a doubt, Pathfinder. VIPs in the house. Look at this dominance chart for AVAX. And you guys know if it's condensed like that, it looks like it could just absolutely hammer to the upside. That's an interesting chart for market dynamics of AVAX. A really strong project. You guys know that. So take note of that. Could be in just a huge bull flag to the upside. We will. I will go ahead and stack this here, and we'll check back with this specific chart to see how it performs. Okay. So very nice to see that. And that's the AVAX.D, the AVAX dominance. Let's see what we have on To the extent we're seeing that specified formulation here, AVAX just likes to go slow. You guys have to know, and Avalanche is a great project, guys. Just talk about clean, very professional. When I say like clean like that, I just mean I don't mean like man, that's a clean car. That's that's a nice ride. I don't mean like that. I mean to the extent it could be included in an investment portfolio, like a kind of a really serious pro forma or book to go to, like VPs or a board of director, no problem, on a major hedge fund or iBanking unit, right? Investment banking unit, clean like that, like a very clean project. It presents well. It seems to have all the core functions in terms of utility, etc. That's what I mean by clean. Like it would look good on an investment manager's desk that he and all the board of directors are reviewing for the ongoing financial interests of the whatever that firm may be or whatever the company may be. That's what I mean by clean. So not exactly what everyone else may mean, and also to the extent that it represents the overall, I'd say it represents the that dynamic would I say be inclusive of the community, right? It's harnessed well in terms of it has the right dynamics, right? It's investment friendly for big bucks. There you go. It's investment friendly for big bucks. That's probably the nicest way to say something like that. So this bull flag is what we caught early. I brought that to VIP in 2021. There we go. 2021, I brought this bull flag. And at the time, if you guys know, this was just a massive chart, right? And it was like, this is so big. What are we going to do with this? The preceding high. We have to get past that preceding high. We hope we can do it. It's really struggle. But you guys see that that bull flag that we brought at $40, and there were a lot of opportunity before then. It was just the cleanest bull flag that we had in the market at that point. So looking at the overall triangulation feature, would be nice to see that that compute to the upside for AVAX. Has been around VIP for a while. So digging back into BTC, let's go into, and that could just have a huge upside. Let's go ahead and it seems like we may want to go. Let's go to the monthly. You guys want to, or the weekly at least. Let's go weekly and see what we're into in terms of AVAX. I always check if there's a little bit of a rough patterning. I always go to that higher time frame just to take a look at it, see if I can find anything. Just the massive, and this is going to be the question for AVAX for 2022. Can it pull this off? It'd be a sweet move. Look at that. It'd be nice. Yes, sir. Yeah, can AVAX cruise to the upside for 150%, 150% to $187.75? It took a while to get up and out of this bull flag. Okay, it took a while to round around, and it took its time for the most part. So that you guys know that bull flag completed to the upside, trajected down, took out a lot of leverage. Just so you know, it's a coin that it will push you. Just so that you know, this breakout. Just so that you know. That pushing the traders. I mean, look at that. That's a bull flag breakout, guys. That's a journey for people trading AVAX. That's one. Just put it in the vault and leave it. Just buy it on the flag, put it in the vault, and hide it for. Don't show me a chart for 30 days. That's it. I don't want to see one. Essentially, because you had 30% spillouts. So anybody on massive leverage here, just multiple times, just wham, wham. It didn't want you to carry that leverage. So always be prepared for those types of moves, even on a strong bull flag like that. That's a big reminder, because that you don't get better than that. Look at that bull flag, boom, then washed out, boom, right after. After the top line confirmation, just be cautious. Some of the guys I see playing heaviest on leverage disappear. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys that they disappear. All right, I don't want you guys to disappear. That's not in the cards, right? That is not going to happen. Not going to do it. Don't want to see it. So let's reframe a little bit in terms of the upside potential, and then we'll throw that on that 65th percent. Let me see if I have the Fibonacci ready. Okay, let's see if I can pull that Fibonacci up, because I agree it is big value. We want to put that arrow down to the golden pocket. I'll always do that. Fib retracement. There we go. Is that it? Looks like that is it. Okay. Now, in terms of that golden pocket, let me make sure, that the low is at is just right at 0. I'm going to do 0, 0, 1. Boom. Okay. Now, this specific level here, let's just do it, because I completely agree that it represents value, and we want it to go. The bottom line is there. I was like, whoa, if you can crank down to a golden pocket, guys, people don't realize that trading becomes easier. Okay, you don't quite get that, but trading becomes easier. Profits, the volatility makes the same move at a lower level. $1 is a greater percentage at $1 than it is at $10 or $1,000, right? So we like the lower prices, because the same move, like this, the same move. Let's say if we were to complete this specific, let's just use this as an example, guys. This specific ascending triangle to the top, okay? And that's what we're really gunning for here, okay? In terms of this ascending triangle, completing that to the top, and you guys know I'll always, because it's the amplitude move to the top, I'll always just copy this, and I will, let's do this. Let me copy this, and I will just paste it on top. Boom. That's going to be the amplitude move. Bam. All right, and we'll have the argument. That's the most aggressive, right? We'll have the argument as to whether or not it should be this feature as well. We've discussed that. The more conservative feature seems to play more frequently than not. However, sometimes they do overperform or outperform. So to the extent that we could get this amplitude at the higher level, this is the point here with getting down to a lower level. All right, the amplitude move at this higher level, let's say represents a percentage gain of 22%. That's all right. 22% is okay. At the lower level, it represents a gain of 43%. So you're almost twice in terms of the gain, G-A-I-N, gain potential at the lower level than you are at the higher level. Just from the golden pocket than you would be from up and above this, well up and above the 50% retracement. But that's just it is the case, guys. So in a market that from that 35% discount, so in a market that is geared towards leverage and providing people the opportunity to minimize their I'd say, or to make more efficient use of their investment, like dollars, their capital allocation, that are interested in issues like capital allocation, efficiencies on capital allocation. Okay, that you would I'd say that you would like to take advantage of. You would like to increase the efficiency of your capital allocation, aka you would like to trade on leverage with less specific capital involved in the equation, to the extent that you can find suitable products to achieve the goals that you have in the trading, right? And that's not poorly stated. I believe that's accurate. So I put the arrow for you there. Pathfinder. There we go. Let me put this bam. And Slim, nice eyes on AVAX. And MATIC. Matic. There we go. Bam. So let's see what we got. In terms of this potential move to the upside, we're just seeing that the bend on the daily is interesting, huh? On that just right at that externalized line there, which is the candle wick on. Now this is going to get a little interesting here. The daily wick went higher. The daily wick went higher here. Just pay attention. This is a little bit of a not something I necessarily like on the charts. Not something I'm necessarily fond of. That we would have a higher indicated. Let me just do this. Let me actually frame this out here. Okay, let me frame this. I just need to look at this technically for a moment on the daily and the 4 hourly. Okay, and now it's perfect. Okay, just mention it and it's perfect. That's fine. I'll go with that route. So we're in conformance with the 4 hourly. Maybe I needed to just move that line down just a touch. So we're in conformance with the 4 hourly and the daily in terms of that line of resistance across the top. We're on the daily. You can see. Let's go to the 4 hourly. The majority of the market may not know what is going on. What's your current challenge to be beaten? You guys have got it. In 2022, you've heard me say it's the time to check your candle wicks, without a doubt. It's been required. Let's dig into the lower time frames and see this action across that line. You can just see it just lined out here. It's nice, huh? You can see on the candle wicks just right in line with that, a little bit situated below. Okay. Bitcoin last night it wanted to keep you up. I'm going to tell you that. If you guys were trading, it wanted to keep you up. You guys probably know that. It's like, yes, it did. We have an interesting hitch here. Okay, this preceding hitch here on the dive in on the hourly chart at the 42,536. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys this: if you have not performed extremely well over the last 24 to 48 hours in Bitcoin, no problem. I'm going to tell you that's why we don't stay overexposed to any higher price, etc. I want to let you guys know it's been some of the most aggressive pricing, just literal aggressive pricing with the bulls pulling it off thus far. Just if this has caused you to, well, I feel like I just hit the curb in my brand new car, man. So, hold on, I hit the curb hard. That's okay. You got a spare, you make sure you have a spare tire, make sure you're all good, make sure life's good, and you're going to be okay. Because this is some really aggressive pricing, guys. And some of this was, I'm going to draw an arrow here, draw an arrow there. I mean, some of it, you got to trade a lot, guys. You know that. I mean, it's not a joke at the end of the day. It's, you just know this. It's like you can tell the difference between people who are trading like Slim and Path, bringing up they're just bringing up coins right and left, bam, bam, about to break out. They just different operational zone. You guys know this than not. Let's say that. But this degree of volatility, if you're getting used to the volatility, hey, enjoy it. I mean, you spilled some cash out. Oh no, what are you going to do? You're going to what's the axiom? Next. Just the next trade. Okay, great. The next trade. If you're overexposed, limit your exposure a bit. Okay, learn to trade volatility a little bit because Bitcoin will throw it at you. So big deal. You spilled some cash out on a trade. Maybe you didn't hit the return function here or in the midline return function. I mean, guys, it seriously requires discipline and consistency like you can't imagine. Right? Discipline to hit your targets, like buy at support, sell at resistance. If you're on ETFs, if you're on anything that's traded in tandem and that's correlated with the overall price, make sure you get that overlay on your exchanges. Make sure you're still hitting your targets on your ETFs. Without a doubt, your exchange tokens on your leverage tokens. Make sure that you've got a stop loss. Make sure that you have those mechanisms in play. Don't let it either keep you up for I've been up for 3 days. I'm trading. Don't do that. Put your profit strategy together in line with this specific. I say in line with these specific, parameters: buy at support, sell at resistance, trade your patterns. This one, 30-minute time frame, huh? It's just close on the 30-minute time frame. We got to talk about this on Bitcoin. We got to talk about the 30-minute. Got to talk about the this. Come on. Everyone's like, oh no, on this hourly and the 30-minute time frame, you almost have a flat top. We just almost have a flat top. It's close. You really have to, work at it to make it an angle. And I will admit that it's not a perfect flat top. The market likes flat tops. And when I say flat top, in terms of the resistance to indicate the ascending triangle, these print money. Ascending triangles print cash. They can print cash. That's kind of what they're known for. They result in effective trades. But you see that? That's a nice flat top. Boom, bam. Nice move, huh? This specific move in here, a little bit more nuanced, right? You had to get a little bit more detailed. So I know some of you, when I threw this up like an arrow back here, wham, wham. And that was you guys saw that in the back, and it never seems like it's going to get there. You guys know that. Once it gets up there and it starts pushing and pushing, you're like, it's not going down there now. This one went down on the candles. Boom. If you were short here, you literally could have held it to there. Boom. This one, and you guys know, it's like the mind wants to wander. It's your attention span. It just wants to wander up here, and you slowly forget about everything down here. Now, this one as well, guys. That one as well. Flat top. Boom, boom, bam. That's a similar structure to what I found at sub 30,000 in July of 2021 for the takeoff of the round 2 of BTC. So, and before then, I was busy doing other stuff. Not trading. I was busy just doing weird stuff. I don't know. Different stuff in life. Presidential advisor. Just some weird stuff. I don't know. It's not weird, but it's like, why, I could have been trading. And that's important. I know that's important, but I could have been trading, man. Phew. So we live and learn, huh? Just maybe a bit of a joke and some humor. But, I missed the days that I wasn't trading. I was just going to say that because I really appreciate the opportunity to go through the technicals with you guys, to trade with you guys. It's a lot of fun. So this capitulation back again, when you're up here, it's not going back. No. When it's up here, no, it's not going back. Boom, boom, 2 times. So I bring that up in the context of this current patterning as we look at the hourly. It's just close. You guys know this. It's close. It's not ideal in terms of this flat top. We want a flat top resistance. We want that flat top resistance either on the lines or on the candle wicks, right? So we're expressed across the top here. Still, you guys know it's so, and the market will do this to you to represent elements and degrees of risk. Without risk, if it's all certainty, Well, everyone gets to pick up their Lamborghini tomorrow at the store at 4:30, and it's not practical. There are winners and losers. It has to throw, and the market produces. In addition to it has to throw, certain conditions at us. The market produces specific, I'd say, levels and degrees of sources. It is a source of uncertainty. The way that we handle that uncertainty is makes the difference, right? In terms of it's not. You just don't want to guess. When you get into a non-flat top, it becomes a little bit of an interpretive journey. It's better when you don't have to guess. But on big moves, sometimes you have to. You have to give a little bit of a degree of, what we say, just a degree of variance here. Look at that's a 77-minute. That's an interesting look. I like that 77-minute. It's one of my favorites to get a little bit more, just so that you know, the 77-minute, just to get a little bit more perspective, because it is the price. That is the price, okay? And on the 77-minute, it's just it's indicating it's on a second round of confirmation here along some line, which now I can understand. Maybe it's on a double line confirmation, and yeah, now I see that on the 30-minute, etc. 30 minutes, real close to, guys, real close to a flat top. It's just, it wants it, huh? It just looks like it. I mean, this would be a big I don't want to say it's going to be an issue with me if it doesn't go up, right? VIP are going to have an issue with this if it doesn't go up. We can't be like that. We've had tons of price action, but just almost humorously, right? It's like they're going to have a problem with VIP if this doesn't go up, But no, just having some fun, right? As we would talk about this flat top resistance at the 40,000, about the 40,000, almost 41,000, 40,900. Thereabouts, the flat top resistance, the upside target that at least we can measure in line with this function, with this pattern, and in line with an additional structure. Let's go through this. I want to make sure. Inverse head and shoulders. You guys got the inverse. Let's go to the 30-minute left shoulder, head, right, and right shoulder. We may need to, we can bring this out a bit if we choose into this. How do we have this drawn out in the back? Like this. There we go. Boom. Okay. Now we have a secondary function here. Okay, a secondary function along the left shoulder. That's not a problem. That is not an issue for the definition of the head and shoulders, just so you technically look at it, okay? It can either turn into a very simple range trade that you can look at, like, well, this is also a range. Okay, we can define it as a range with an amplitude. Boom, amplitude move up. But that lower level dig is indicated to the upside. So in line with, let's just get this here. Let's go ahead and lift this up to the neckline. Boom. That technically could get us up and out of just that feature alone, could technically get us up and out above the threshold we're currently at, and let's say out above that specific red line. That's our key feature to harness above. Now, I want you to pay attention to the specific loop in. You guys know from this, let's look, I know you guys are looking at your watch list. C98 is doing well. AVAX is doing well. Sheeb, not too poorly. C98 was a monster when it started taking off initially. Nice to see it. I would like to see more projects like that in 2022. Now, this hitch in, once we started to fold under, boom. That hitch is, on certain time frames, a direct line flat top. Pay attention. A direct line flat top on differentiated time frames, okay? The hourly, particularly, is a flat top. Two strong hits here of a flat top, all right? That is very important. You guys know this. As we were to look at the notion of what else could we be building, and you all know it now. What else could we be building? We could be building this right here. Boom. Right? That's important to know, that we could hitch at this level above and continue, still remain in a bullish structure. I know, guys, you look at that, you're like, come on. It's just, it is, though. That is a real line. It's going to be a level to beat. And it's going to be, it'll be like this level here. You're going to have to pay attention. It'll be obvious if and when we're able to beat it. However, that's a real possibility here. Go to the candle wicks. You'll see a lower low here, slightly higher low here. It's required to the extent that traders would like to pick up at a higher ideal, or a higher, along I'd say an ascending slope here of support. That would be a nice nice pattern to trade that may interrupt the specified, and you guys see this, that may interrupt the specified, let's say the completion to the upside just immediately of the descending triangle, right? And you guys get this. This is easy stuff for you guys. I know that, but just so we talk about it, that ascending feature in here, if it does begin to go down, and we'll be talking in the VIP in the back, etc. To the extent that provides some frustration in this zone, don't give up on it. Remind yourselves that we have that ascending triangle potential. And again, we kind of go in steps here. We have to, in terms of the price action. I mean, we can't say what the Fed is going to do, like with their meeting, etc. Market did well, responded well, etc. To the extent that some of this is purely technical or all technical, we can manage the technicals quite well, and we have some kind of easy going. I'd just say kind of rules of the game. You guys know: buy support, sell at resistance, trade your patterns. So that would be the larger structure within which the smaller structure may choose to fit within, right? So just be aware of that fact as we're looking at breaking out of this specific descending triangle. It's an overlay. It's just important to know that we have that flat top resistance that hitches in on the hourly. Okay, clearly right here. Clearly. That's a flat top hitch. Don't think that a hit here is necessarily going to be period bearish. That's it. It's over. It may be completing in line with an ascending triangle, which is still very bullish within the context of a larger macro ascending triangle, the smaller of which would just have in the same way, essentially, this secondary limitation here and be a part of that macro feature in addition to this micro feature. So, and the interesting thing will be this, and you guys know where this is going. The interesting thing will be this. We know this. That'll be the interesting thing. The measurement of an interior ascending triangle to the extent it wants to, what a trade, huh? What an interesting trade. The amplitude of the smaller ascending triangle up and out with the potential for a catch here as everybody in the market, and nobody's talking about this, guys, I know this, as everybody in the market may decide to just hemorrhage into it with everything they've got and to complete. If it decided to do it, I'd be impressed with the market. I would really be impressed with the sophistication of the market if it decided to pull this out like this in terms of providing an initial target here with a recapitulation and then up. Something maybe unforeseen, something a little bit dynamic there within the notion that we have a smaller potential guys, smaller ascending triangle here within the context. It'll depend on what it does at this line here. Okay, that could be really highly interesting. I'd love to see this get a little bit. I'd really like to see it get aggressive without a doubt. It's proven that it can do that with just massive shakeouts to the up and downside last 24 to 48 hours. To the upside and the downside, but within the context of two differentiated upside targets on two different ascending triangles. And you guys know what the question is going to be. You want to get real interesting with this? Yeah, everybody get it now. Like, yeah, the VIP are like, you betcha, huh? And this is what's going to get real interesting for people. Now we see what's going on, huh? Now we're talking, because we would have this line, prior resistance. Show me prior resistance, I'll show you orders. Show me prior resistance, I'll show you orders. So we're set up very interestingly right now for VIP who know what's being discussed right now. You're like, this could get good, huh? This could be interesting, huh? We're ahead of the curve, okay, to the extent that waste is just laid to the entirety of the market, and we get a trajectory to the upside, like the rest of the market is now relying on Bitcoin as it's and looking bullish. Good. What you got on Doge? But this is crucial. Boom. Just let's let this shake out, guys. Just remember, shake out, potential shake out here, because we're all going to be looking for real aggressive price action up to the completion. Back, we're going to have a lot of shorts going on. You guys know this. We're going to watch this smaller feature to see if we can get an ascending triangle here. Okay, we're going to be watching this. We'll take a look at Doge real quickly. Always been a friend of Doge. No problem. Doge. Flat top. There you go. Let's see what we got. Slim, you let me know which time frame you're on. In terms of the flat top. Not bad here. Look under the candle wicks. Oh, Nice price action. That was that one that you missed, I think. Quote unquote missed. It maybe it missed you, brother. In terms of that, let's look at the. That's interesting. What I would look at is here we have this. Very interesting in the context of BTC as well. Looking at I mean, Bitcoin and Doge. People in Bitcoin don't like Doge necessarily. It's kind of like this. They didn't get along well early, and then they wanted all the attention to go to one or the other. That was it. Both camps, and we were one of the only groups like, no, he's invested in both of them. You're a fan of his and his business acumen, his business skills. Why wouldn't you like both coins? I never got that about anybody. It's like, why wouldn't you trade both coins? What's wrong with you? Right? Now, this is exactly the dynamic. Nice heads up. Nice heads up, without a doubt, I have to say. Hey, Craig in the house. Craig. Boom. VIP. Bam. Nice to have you, Craig. What's up, brother? We're going through a lot of good technicals. We have Slim and Pathfinder here. Path and Slim. This is Craig. He's a relatively new VIP in the house. Want to shout out to you, Craig. We're excited that you're in the chats. Thanks for shouting out, brother. What's up? What's up? We're talking about an interesting dynamic. Pathfinder shouting out to Craig now in the chats. Nice to see you guys. Craig has been around for months as a base camper. He finally decided, since the days of Harmony One, he finally decided let's up the game in 2022. Glad you did, Craig. We got some great charts, good vibe in 2022 without a doubt. It's nice when I can just tell the truth. I mean, and I do, but you guys know that. Like, you guys would all say that on the live stream as well. It's like, no, we got a good vibe, a good team. It's just like never been stronger. It's nice, right? We've gone from having hundreds of 100 plus first month of VIP. You want to talk about a lot of charts? Oh man, I had to sit and cut and paste the DMs and all this stuff. I'm like, I can't do this, man. This is like I need like a workforce to get involved in this. Looking at Doge, it represents a very interesting dynamic. Hello. You guys paying attention? What's up? We got this level of resistance down to support. If we get another hit in here, guys, another hit along this resistance down to the support, we're going to have just an interesting, and it may get back to the measurement here, but it's the same feature of what we're talking about, guys. It's the same feature of having a kind of a double indicated, here we go, a double indication. This is Doge. Doge will provide some different dynamics sometimes to BTC. Sometimes it led, you guys remember 2021, it led the run-up to BTC in the secondary phase of BTC. So I pay attention to it. It has some interesting dynamics. That's all I'm going to say. I pay attention to cyclical timing, periodicity, etc. I pay attention to that stuff. So any coin that's ahead or behind, like whether or not it's Phantom, Rose, whether or not it's Harmony One, whether or not it's Dusk or Near, whether or not it's I'm going to pay attention to Matic, to AXS, to Cosmos, to everything from guys Gala to Sand Mana, down to Crow. Okay, down to, believe it or not, down to Crow in terms of timing. Sheeb, of course. Okay. LRCs. Shout out to Richard. Richard, what's up? Hope you're doing well, brother. Dot. Hello. There is such a big crowd that pays attention to DOT in terms of timing. You guys have no idea. Go look up the Asian communities that believe that DOT is a precursor to Bitcoin. There are groups of people that trade DOT and investigate it for it being a leading precursor to the price action of Bitcoin. There are groups that literally study DOT in Asia that believe it's a precursor for the price action on Bitcoin. Polkadot, okay? I told you guys, Angel likes the project a lot. He's a big proponent of it. In terms of this, it's a dual level feature. It's a pattern within a pattern, ascending triangle within a larger potential ascending triangle, depending upon this hitch in here, okay? And we're going to want to measure this top line resistance of the macro triangulation. And we have some interesting issues in terms of the completion of the overall, if you've done the logic here, of the overall CRO was amazing. It had some great runs. It did, didn't it? It just got busy, man. Once it got up and going, Slim, it was, bam, it was nice. Big time. People don't pay attention to that stuff, but I was like, CRO, what's up? All the exchange tokens took off and did well. Gate did well. Some of the other exchange tokens that I recall, but I remember Gate and CRO doing well. Titan was an exchange. FTX did well. But Titan was one. I think Titan Swap was an exchange token that I had brought VIP international coin that did very well. Titan Swap along there with. So looking at this function, the question you're going to get to is if there's a required return to prior resistance, i.e. on Doge or BTC. I'm analyzing this because it fits the framework of BTC quite well. 5 minute fits the 4 hourly or the hourly on BTC. The last 50 days is encapsulated within the last, I'd say the last 2 weeks on Doge, a week to week and a half here on Doge. Okay, just the concept. Pattern within a pattern. Okay, smaller ascending triangle within a larger ascending triangle. The question is going to be to the extent that you need to revisit the preceding, just listen guys, the preceding, this is interesting, level of resistance on the micro. Do you have to return and visit it? Okay, show me a prior resistance, I'll show you orders. That's it, guys. We see a lot of them return. Then, if we have to return to the secondary one, right? If that occurs before the, and I'm going to say if we have a clean patterning here along this secondary outlying pattern, you get into the position, it could destroy the secondary larger pattern. Very quickly, you get into that framework of thinking, it could destroy the secondary larger pattern because you're going to return to the prior ascending triangulation here, and you're going to forego the larger pattern. That is the most potentially destructive statement that has been made for the bulls on Bitcoin in a while, if you understand the technicals. You guys got that, huh? The lower, let's say the more internalized structure could, you guys get this, huh? The most potentially destructive statement that has been said for the Bitcoin bulls in a while. It potentially, okay, to the extent that, like, oh, hold on, what? Everyone's like, what just happened? Look at this. To the extent that, but this is where it goes, guys. To the extent that an ascending triangulation, now we have to pattern across this level of resistance here to get back to this level of support, okay? And I would just remind everybody, if you're not paying attention to this, you are not prepared for this market, without a doubt. You need to pay attention 100,000,000% to what's going on right now on this screen, without a doubt, guys. If you're in the market right now, you need to pay attention to what we're discussing right now. It's hugely, hugely, potentially consequential to your trades. And it's not, I mean, I don't mean it like you have to pay attention. It's just, what would I say? It's just colossally important that the framework of the technicals that I'm putting forth right now, that you can conceive them mentally and you can process them to understand the implications on the price action, because this has some monumental impact. And I don't say that all the time. This specific technical has some potentially monumental impact on potentially on your month or your year in crypto, depending upon how you would choose to trade this, okay? So VIP, listen up. Hope Angel's out in the crowd. We'll send you a text or a voice to queue in now on stream. I know you're busy with family, etc. Much love to the family and to you, brother. Hope you're doing well. We'll talk to you soon. And I get that to him in the form of somehow I just get that to him on his phone. So because this is it. This is a big deal, huh? Now it's going to require what? VIP who understand technicals. You've already got it. You love it. It's done. You realize what could happen in the market, right? I mean, I don't want to laugh at it but this is built into the quality of the trades right now. And the question is whether or not we're going to break out. Fair enough. Everybody's like, well, come on. There's inflation. Come on, it's Bitcoin. Come on. Well, look at the patterning. Look at the patterning that we have going on right now. This is a big deal. It's built into the framework of the breakout right now. This is a big deal. To the extent that we decide to reinforce, I'm just going to say this to the extent that, and this is the variable, this is the condition that needs to be fulfilled. To the extent that we fulfill another hit along this flat line here, this is on the 1 hourly chart right now on Bitcoin, the flat line here in terms of BTC. To the extent that we would want to do something even like this in the form of a reconfirmation, and it's going to get close, guys, if we confirm it all along this preceding resistance, that red line. To the extent that we do anything like that, guys, we have an ascending triangle here. Yes, we have the amplitude here, carry up, boom. Okay, then the question, and we just went through this in the last 24 hours trading. If you traded, you understand exactly what I'm saying. The dynamics of multiple ascending triangles in the market. We just went through this. For anyone who traded, I don't even have to point them out. You know exactly which ones. The lower one, then the higher one, right? It's like a nested ascending triangle, pattern within a pattern, right? Internalized pattern. So to the extent that we decide to come down along this level of and formulate this support to really, really exemplify textbook patterning here, you're going to have people playing, and this is being calculated right now by the traders. Right now, the sophisticated traders are looking at this issue right now to gauge their demand on this. Because I tell you, it's to the extent it turns into an either or, it turns into a preference. I would prefer to trade potentially even this to the downside or potentially even down below. The big guys who would get a choice, I'd prefer to trade this descending triangle below. Versus, no, I would prefer to trade this. Just imagine this specific breakout of the internalized ascending triangle with the amplitude carry up, boom, to this level. That would be my preference. Now, what's the problem? Show me a prior resistance, I'll show you orders. Now, that would entail, specifically, guys, this breakout to here would entail a breakout of the larger ascending triangulation. I'll clean this up. I'll move this down a little bit to these preceding highs, okay? I'll do that in a second. 2 seconds. Okay, but we'll leave this for here right now. To the extent that going up to this level, and it would involve some sort of, either you have like a multiple choice here, either a confirmation to the upside of the overall amplitude of the larger triangulation, boom, and then what are your expectations, guys? VIP already know, big time, return to function, period. I'm going to say that because that keeps that within our group very well, return to function. What I'm going to say is this, that you have the, and let me square this off just a little bit here within this, within the realm of at least just these two here. I'll clean this up as much as possible. So in line with this breakout, we're looking at what's the next hurdle up and above, being prepared for this line of resistance. Be great just to crush it, right? That'd be great. To the extent that we have any curl over feature here over the line of resistance and a confirmation like Dot just did, I mean, it's not out of the scope of possibility or probability for this to occur. It would like almost be technically required. In fact, it would be technically required a confirmation on previous resistance to formulate it as support. To the extent it pushes down and we have an ascending line, any type of an additional ascending line, or gets, that's going to be the caveat here, is the threshold of this level of support and whether or not it's going to be, talk about a risk and an unknown, whether or not, or the extent to which it's going to be designated as an ascending triangle, given the return function here, this confirmation, in line with just the preference. And this is it just has the dynamics of getting drastically, I'd say, aggressive positively and drastically disappointing to people, either through a return to the original ascending triangle, flat top, or the secondary one in either the stated order there. And this will be the question, is you're going to get, let's just say that you have, what if you have this and you're going up to this and you decide to do this, is going to, that would be the crucial kicker that would really throw the market sideways. I was going to say this because then that could represent a failure of, and just be prepared for this, because we may have this internalized structure be the dominant structure. Time will tell, but we need to discuss this now, okay? Time will tell if this formulates an ascending line of support hit at all. To the extent it does, we are risking the flat top on the larger framed ascending triangle. We don't want that to occur necessarily, guys. Now, it'll be but these are the types of questions that the traders right now, that they're asking themselves, like, okay, in terms of predictive modeling, where are things going? Where's the maximum benefit? Like, people put spreadsheets together, guys. They're gonna, where are their orders right now? They got teams on this stuff. I promise there are teams on this stuff. Analysts building 20-page spreadsheets on this stuff. Okay, it's the truth. You guys know that. Like, we don't want to build them, right? But we can. We legitimately could. In terms of, you guys are capable, very capable in terms of your intelligence. So that would be the risk here. We don't want to see a failure of the overall pattern. Okay, that's just that's not where we would want this to go. Is in this kind of a framework here. We just don't want to. You're like, well, it's still up, right? That's the gut says, well, it's still a positive move to the upside. It is. It's just it gets complicated. Just the key feature for VIP, I want you guys to focus on the fact this ascending line of support here that's already in existence in this flat top on the hourly that you see from this preceding move to the downside of BTC when it hitches in right here. That hitch on the hourly is perfectly in line, just perfectly on the hourly in line. Right at that 42,440. So as we approach that level, the extent to which it's reinforced by the market and buyers continue to push up, and we have an internalized ascending triangle, this is the market, guys. This is 2022. It's a nice question. I hope you guys appreciate the technical TA on it. That's top shelf stuff. That's exciting stuff. I am impressed with the market right now to offer that level of framework to us. Bam. That's nice. That's a sophisticated market, and that's the level of uncertainty that I don't mind dealing with. Honestly, that level of kind of advanced TA, because if you get it and grasp it, you know it. You know what's in play right now. We could sit and talk about it for an hour or 2 hours with someone who may not understand it and keep pointing on the computer screen. No, if it goes here, it might go here. We can do that for hours. Unnecessary. VIP, you get it. Complication of the internalized potential ascending triangle need too. It's good stuff, isn't it, Pathfinder? You guys understand it. That's why you say amazing stuff, because it's just we understand. You understand it, right? You've seen enough ascending triangles. Bam. I mean, last 24 to 48 hours, you've seen enough of them. I mean, it's just been. You don't have to. You could have. Someone could have been trading for 2 or 3 days and been like, yep, that could happen. Much less if you've been trading for like years, or you've been trading for, BTC, say all 2021 or since 2017, or like Angel since 10 years ago, 2012, 13. Big shout out to Angel. My man, what is up? Big guy. I call him Big Guy. What's up, Big Guy? He's my man. What's up? Hope you're doing well. Angel involved in BTC since $7.79. How cool is that, guys? Nice grab, huh? So, as we look at the angulation here too, as we look at the bottom line support, it is this angle becomes important, because you could start to respect something like this as a secondary hit on an ascending triangle, and still kind of be like, okay, yeah, we're going to give this to it. Going to the candle wicks is going to be a real specific next few days, guys. Next week, next 2 weeks, something like that. It's amazing because you understand it, and that's what the majority of the market will not ever be able to compute. And I'll put that for Pathfinder. And boom. And I'll put for VIP, because that's what makes it amazing, is you guys are intelligent enough to get it, and it's not a it's just that's the day. What do we got tomorrow, right? Next. So we need to keep this in the framework of the market, because this is in line with, and we don't want to say that. Well, and what's nice about this, I'll say this. What's nice is this is not a situation where we're talking about 14 different patterns, man. Just simplify it. You'll never get it. Can you imagine someone complaining? You'll never book a trade. You're talking about 15 different patterns. No, this for people who trade is like, okay, let's talk about 2 patterns. Let's just discuss 2 patterns ongoing right now. It's a big deal. And it's to the extent it can isolate a feature once this red line is covered, right? Once we deal with this red line. Although I think you guys will admit that specific hitch here and that flat top could affect the willingness of participants to really get involved here. That's going to not that you don't want it to go up, that bulls would ever be reticent to do that, but it's some heavy trading for people who want to trade. And the last 24 to 48 hours, guys, and I said it then, I'll say it now, like bring more volatility, like slam dunk us, do what you need to do, like bring it to the traders. We want the volatility, we want the price action. That's what we want. That's what we're here for. We don't want to stare at the computer screen for 14 hours, 14 days, or 14 years, right? Now, bring it. It's 2022. Let's get going. Let's let this thing slam around the way it needs to. Build some reputation. Because right now, Bitcoin also has been going sideways for 400 days. Like, at least give us some volatility, right? Don't program structure up a flat line. A flat line, just a horizontal line is your new price action for the month. Come on, bring it. 435 days, we're sideways. So what else do we have other than price action? We have to have this. It sustains the market. It keeps us going. So, and we're not going to back down for price action. We want as much of it as can be thrown to us. So we're in the camp. I just tell you, lower prices. It's interesting because we did just draw this down here. And shout out to VIP for that. Way to go! I think Pathfinder, what's up? As we look at this framework here, though, I mean it's like stepping into the ring with the bull. Literally, just at some point, it's like you want to get into this when you know the price action and the result and where this can head and how. You're going to have to really focus on your targeting to the downside and upside, your levels of exposure. And what an incredible, if you think about it, what an incredible equation to put together for the market to be able to determine who is really most profitable with the largest amounts of money, without a doubt. Not just, who's the best trader, can book a trade, this and that, but how much of your capital can you effectively put to use in something that has somewhat of a formula for just increased volatility. And the notion would be completion of one. Okay, the one to the upside, and then the second, because then, right, then the kind of the finale, maybe the leaving the stage would be a little bit more simpler. The extent to which you're up, and there's just going to be a lot of big positions, right, and that's what's going to make it interesting, because a lot of big positions are going to be entered in if we can get up above, right, this line of resistance and through. But it's worth talking about because everyone's waiting for this breakout here. I don't know how many people are scheduled up and internalized like this. And you start to think, I had to say, you start to think shorts with the ability to compound into shorts, right? At some level, carry function, et cetera, never overexposed. But at some point, it's whether or not it's shorts with the ability to compound into shorts. I mean, it's just the framework that it's built into us. If the market changes its dynamics, hey, it's done it before. We've just seen such solid technical performance, and we've seen conformance from ascending triangles. So it becomes extremely, extremely interesting, and I appreciate you guys listening through this. Hope you guys got something out of that. Boom. What I'll say is this, guys. We are along this line of resistance. Let's look at the patterning, and we are just at a frustrated ascending triangle now. We don't have that flat top resistance. Okay, we almost do, right? It's a little bit below the technical, I'd say, preferences of the market. That angle, even an angle like that can destroy can destroy the and I hate to say that, but even an angle like that can destroy the expectations of the market. We don't have that on the hourly with this internalized ascending. We don't have that. This is within threshold here on the macro. These two, same top line resistance. So as we discuss this lower feature here, it would just be nice to isolate this in terms of, because this was, we have the generalized formation to the extent that it doesn't fit within. It's still a triangulation. We're just beyond the threshold on the hourly. We want that to be a flat top, and that's how flat I want the top. I want it completely flat. To the extent it still plays as an ascending triangle. I'll tell you, the momentum we got last night. You guys remember the momentum? Bam, move to the upside, right? Huge. This here, you guys know that move? There was no question. Ascending triangle, boom, got in the back, and bam, it was up and out, right? So this is like a slow crawling along a line of resistance and kind of an imperfect triangulation. So it's a signal that buyers have stepped off a bit, okay? And I bring that up on the lines when you see the take, just the equivalent period, just the flat top take at that preceding level. It's just indicative. Buyers are there, close on the 30-minute. Look how close that is. We just prefer it to look like this, okay? We just do. And you see on this 30-minute, you even see our preference is this. Look, in line with this level, this hit here, bam. In line with this hook right into here. Resistance, bam, bam, support, bam. So the preference is clearly noted on the 30-minute, without a doubt. It's like, yeah, we can shop this down to here if we want to. We see an angle. The preference is literally staring straight in to the trader's just framework here of this specified price action right now. So it is operating at somewhat of a deficit from the ideal technicals. We've had some perfect technicals over the preceding 24, 48 hours. Perfect. Like zero complaints. So what I will say is, guys, you're number one, from Crypto Pathfinder Slim to Angel to Luke in the house. To No Torque, what's up? No Torque, when you going to join VIP, bro? You got to get in the back. Let me see. Who else we got? If you're not VIP yet, guys, it is easy. It is fun. It is the way to be 2022. And we're going to work on some different features for the show. This is a different, and I'll just do this real quickly because we have the technicals worked out. I gave this to VIP, but just to show, because we had the new intro for the short video, the short update video. I want to show you guys the movie intro. You guys let me know what you think about this intro. I'm going to play it for you real quickly.
How may I help you? Thank you and enjoy your flight.
So that's just another example of a feature that we, it's just an intro, something. I'm working on some videos, some different stuff to give you guys something when you come home and you tune in, or boom, you start up your phone. I mean, you got a brand new hot phone, you got something cool going on with your computer, you got a good rig, you got a good trading station. I want this stuff to really kind of pop and feel really, really cool. I want it to kind of enhance your experience in 2022. As I look at the experience I can provide for you guys, I want it to be cool. So that's one of the things we're working on. And we are up against a resistance, so I kind of feel like I need to. We may just need to play, at least for Bulls' sake, because the Bulls have done their job. We kind of need to play for the Bull. So I'm going to go ahead and march the Bull, and I'll probably be in the back after. But I want you guys to be able to see the Bull. That's just part of the deal. And let me see what we got here on the Bull. It's part of life, man. You hang out at Bitcoin Spike, you're going to see the Bull, right? And we've had him out in good timing here. Things have been good, haven't they? So looking at the Bull, let's go on to the Bull. Very cool. That's the Bull, guys. You know that we have harnessed him. He's been brought out in good fashion ahead of time, like we try and do right? Smooth, good. You guys like that that movie, huh? The movie one is good. I'm glad you like. We'll do more. I'll do more. Glad you like. I'm glad you both like. Let me put this here. Boom. But yeah, there's some different stuff that as you guys watch an update or something else, it's like we'll make it. We'll try and make it a little bit cooler. Just, I mean, it's VIP, right? So it's got to be. It's got to be. It's got to be. VIP, and in every aspect of the word, it's got to be VIP. So I'll be working on that in 2022, and I'm excited. I told you guys, someone impersonated me on, just so you know this real quickly, just to cover things. What's up, Slim? Look at Slim in the house. Slim is the man. Look at him. Look at Slim, the Terminator for Doge. He knows what he's doing. He's definitely knows what he's doing. Looking at the, let me show you guys this. I got impersonated by someone. I see charts. Yeah, I got impersonated by someone. I'll never tell you by what's up, contact me, this and that. They impersonated it. They took my logo. That's fine. It's a source of, I'm sure, what is it? Flattery or something. I don't know. But to the extent that I went ahead and just, I joined. It's always been my channel, so I was like, I invite other people to join. But now I'm a member with you guys. I have no problem joining. That's fine. And to the extent that we have additional members, just know it's cool. You'll like to join if you belong with a trade group. It feels normal to join a trade group. It's like you want other traders around you. I promise that. It's like we trade. That's easy stuff. So I'm looking forward to bringing you guys more specific price action. This specific hone in on the internalized and externalized feature, guys. That's some pro stuff. That's good stuff. If we can hold, I don't know. We're gonna see. Well, I will bring you additional details, and I will up it to the VIP, and I will focus on bringing them something specifically unique in the back over the next couple of days that's in par with this, and we'll see what we can do. That's a big challenge, but it's as the technicals present themselves to us, I'm certain that it can be done. And that's one of those perks for VIP. Congrats to everyone who is trading. And yeah, let's see what we got here. I want to go through what we had here with look at Slim. Look at these charts. Nice charts, brother. What do you got here? Boom, 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 boom. Slim Doge. What is this? 88. Boom, boom, boom. That's a nice chart. Can you put the name of the? Can you put the name on the background? That's Solana. Great. Thank you for putting Sol. You can right click and put the background. You can put it on the background if you want to. Solana looking nice. Nice flag on 5-minute AVAX. Look at these charts. Beautiful, huh? Beautiful charts by Slim. Nice. Way to go. Nice looking. You can right click. You can darken up that background too. Like I have my background completely black here. You can do all kinds of stuff on TradingView. I'm sure you know that. Maybe your specific format doesn't allow you to do that, or you prefer it the way it is. But you can always right click on your TradingView, go to settings. If I want this, let's say purple to whatever I would want, green to purple, whatever I would want here. If I wanted my price line to be, if I wanted to get in on my price line and literally go into and make this a, let's say a line, what would I do here? Type with markers, close, price, source, center. But if whatever I would want to do here, I could, completely work with the presentation as as custom as I want to make my presentation, and not that we would all like to look at, kind of this type of a framework all the time, but it's there for you if you guys want to really adjust things. The watermark feature in the background on your charts is just that watermark, and you could solidify things like that to the extent that you want to, so that you always see like BTC, USDT on your charts. Okay, so you can pick your color format. You can pick all different, just essentially anything you would want to choose to to make your charting experience better. However you would look at that. We normally don't mess with this too much, right? It's just it is what it is. But you guys may like to different different exchanges sometimes even have different features to them that you'll see. Like, well, some have a nice blue background, some are like an area fill below the line. But to the extent that you want your own style, just you can remove those gradient lines on the background. Anything that you'd want to do, not that you have to, but if you want to explore with that, and maybe you already have, I'm sure you have, big time. And this is very technically sound. It looks very technically sound as you would look at that. So as I would look at that from just nice charts from Slim. Again, brand new VIP. Want to shout out to him, want to shout out to Craig, etc. But yeah, that doesn't look bad in terms of just the blue, right? The nice blue. So we will discuss all the details more so in a bit. If there's any other coins you guys think we need to review right now, the one saving grace that I have on this is it just really feels like a double bottom. That's the one thing I'll say on that. It just feels like, and I've seen that a few different times, it just feels like a double bottom instead of that ascending line that we would need. Definitely ascending on the macro here. It is ascending here though. That's why the more you dig in, it's like the current price isn't in a real clear cut ascending triangle here, right? It's just not. So we're at that line of resistance. Let me see any other coins that look like they're starting to move. Not really, not too much. Let's see what we got on. So BTC holding steady. And Luna Soul Sheeb. What else we got? Everybody's trading. I'll tell you guys that. So you got 50 million traders up against you. We want to be number one. That's the bottom line. Somebody has to do it. So we might as well be the number one group. And we appreciate you guys being here. That makes that possible and realistic. So we'll talk to you guys soon. This is London with Bitcoin Spike. I'll be in the back with a DM and maybe shoot some videos or go over some specific BTC additionals as we challenge this specific line. Again, if you just tuned in, it is that line specified by the candle framework. If you go into the most recent, and I'll just, let me black this out again to get back to this. Okay, I'd forgotten we left that there. In terms of the most recent, let's just go into that. Most recent candle action framework, bring that in to focus big time. And you'll see that that specified line of resistance has not been conquered yet on the candle wicks, wick to wick, okay, on the 4 hourly. And as you dig into like the 5 minute, you'll just see us operating up and along that specified area quite accurately there, just in terms of that expressed line of resistance. We'll watch for additional patterning. Just remember, always buy at support, sell at resistance, trade your patterns, and hit your targets. Let's see if there's anything else that you have here. Jasmine's on another run. Good. Looks great on the big screen. Good stuff. And hard to see certain colors on the blue. Yeah, it is. It gets a little bit. To some degree, that blue is pretty vibrant. So we'll work on something. You guys let me know your preferences if that's easier on the eye. It's kind of smooth, isn't it? I see it on my screen right now. It's pretty smooth. It's not bad. So we'll go through the details. You guys take care of yourself. This is London. We'll talk to you soon. I'll be in the back for the VIP. If you haven't joined yet or you're in base camp, guys, what are you waiting for? It's 2022. Pull the trigger. Hit the button. We're looking forward to having you guys at VIP. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much. Appreciated the stream.